Hello everyone, I'm CrypticFox, and welcome back to the possibly temporary space prison. This is the colony we started last time in the, what is this called? The space industry upgrade. Keep forgetting the name of this upgrade. Anyway, we started a new colony, the space industry upgrade, because the colony we were working with, unfortunately, was experiencing some pretty crazy amounts of lag. At the point, was really to the point, I just really couldn't manage to play the game very well. So I decided to start a new colony out. Hopefully, when this becomes part of the core game experience, we'll be able to go back to the old colony and sort of continue to push towards that space travel in our own little space engineering program, but we'll see how that all goes. Welcome everybody who's here in the chat so far, and if you're watching this on the channel afterwards, welcome as well. We have a fairly decent colony started here. We've actually been treading water pretty well with food. We got the farm started early enough this time around that we didn't let it dip down to the point where we were getting all kinds of alerts about running out of food. And we only have 10 duplicants so far, so we have technically enough to feed them for 2 full cycles just off of the food that we've already got stored away. So we're not really prepping anything really wonderful for them to eat at the moment. They're just sort of eating directly from the vine, as it were. It's just kind of gross. You know, it is like lice and all. But they're all fed. They're not dying. Mostly. They're mostly not dying, I should say. Over here, poor Matt Hirsch. He died right at the very end of the last stream when he dug out the ground underneath himself and dropped himself in some water. We couldn't rescue him. We got him up above the water line, but there was a pocket of CO2 here that he couldn't breathe in either, so not good times. But we're going to continue to expand out the colony today. We'll keep bringing in some more duplicants. I think we'll get up to around probably 18 or 20 duplicants before I call it quits and put the brakes on. We'll see how we manage for food and stuff in that time as well, because we have to make sure we can feed them all. Otherwise, it'll just be a whole lot more dupe deaths. You got me playing Mark of the Ninja all day. It's a fun game, isn't it? I don't know how well it translates into a stream. So I don't know how entertaining it was for the people watching. Hopefully it was, but it was definitely fun to play. I enjoy that game. All right, so let's see what we want to study next here in our research. I wasn't entirely paying attention to what I needed to work on last time. Maybe we could stretch our way up through agriculture or look at fossil fuels so we can start to set up a fuel system. You know what? Let's go to heavy watt wire here. Low resistance conductors, renewable energy. I'm not worried about renewable energy yet. Let's go to advanced power regulation. That's going to give us access to heavy watt wire. We can start to set up a power grid so our duplicants can stop running on the treadmill. As entertaining as that is, I'm sure they don't want to do it forever. The notification worked. Hooray! It's always nice when it works. So where's the beginning of that graveyard? That's a good question. I got to figure out where to put it, actually. I hadn't entirely planned that out. This is set for polluted water. Yes, we'll put that at a 7 so they get rid of polluted water quickly. Hopefully somebody will. I was going to feed shine bugs into this, but I don't think we have... No, it's still only giving me the option for gristleberry. I haven't dug up any phosphorite yet in order to feed them. Hey, Cat, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. He pretty much is resting in pee this time. He's actually sitting right in the polluted water. We're dumping more in on top of him, so... Good on him. He's getting all germy and everything. I don't know where to put it. I gotta put a graveyard somewhere. Oh, this is all buried in here. That's not good. Let's not dig the floor out of that thing. We just want to dig that part. We do need a place to put a graveyard, though. Otherwise, they're duplicating. You know, maybe we could put it up top here. It's not maybe the best location because I can't... Well, I don't know. If I want to expand upwards, because I think I'm going to keep adding in more duplicants. We might just go crazy and bring in a crazy number of duplicants because I'm planning to go back to the other colony anyway. So maybe we'll plan to build the apartment building up taller here to stack more duplicants in on top of each other, which does leave limited choices for the graveyard. I mean, we could put it like right here, I guess. Then it's not like it has a really big negative effect. A little bit of a negative decor effect from the gravestone or whatever, but not too bad, I guess. All right, we're going to bring in another duplicant. This will be duplicant number 11, or maybe it's like duplicant 11 redux, because we kind of had 11 before. But then we'll just ignore that. Can almost pretend that Matt didn't exist. I'm sorry, Matt. But sort of. We did have a number of super chats at the end of the last stream, so I just wanted to take a quick peek and see who I didn't get in here, because there was a couple big super chats last time we streamed. And I kind of want to make sure I address a few of those. Let's see. Sibylline. I don't think we brought in a Sibylline duplicant, if I recall correctly. No, we did bring in a Sibylline. Okay, so we got that covered. Mr. Chaos guy. Nightcore we got. Thanks for the super chat last stream, by the way. And I apparently was clicked on the other window. All right, let's bring in Mr. Chaos Guy. That'll be our next duplicate, I think. Choose a duplicant. Let's see. We have gastrophobia, so they won't cook, but we already have a chef. So I'm not too worried about that. 6 athletics is pretty good. Tryptophobia. No digging. I mean, I like when they can dig. we're going to bring in a meep. All right, Mr. Chaos Guy, you can be a meep. What was it you guys used to say? Meep is love? All right, that's duplicant 11. In our wonderful journey to bring in far too many duplicants that we really should. Good times. Yeah, actually, you're right. We probably could put a graveyard down here underneath the batteries. It's kind of out of the way. We gotta be careful of the germs that are over here. There is some slime and stuff, but I think we're stashing it away underneath the water here anyway, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Even Mr. Fox, seems like you missed the molten copper bath. Oh, I didn't molten copper bath the other colony. The lag was too bad. I wasn't gonna try and do that. Instead, I decided we'd keep that colony intact, and we'll try to go back to it when the regular update is out, because I do want to get into doing some of the actual space stuff. We haven't really done much of that. Aside from, like, toying around, you know, just in, like, the debug mode. This is all polluted oxygen down here. Fair amount of it, too. Do we have air fresheners yet? I can't remember if I unlocked them. I do. So we have deodorizers. We'll put those here, I guess. Put one there, anyway. We should probably put a second one down here, just for the off-gassing that's going on below. And then when we cut this loose and let the gas out, it's going to want to travel up here. So, trying to intercept it as much as we can. Wherever you decide to put the graveyard, just make sure it has plenty of room. Yeah, isn't that the truth? Poor duplicants. It's almost like I'm abusing them or something. Karma King with a $2 super chat. Put the graves over the computers. Add me, please. You know what? We probably could have put it over there, too. That would have been another spot we could have stuck them. But that's okay. I think we'll go with this one over here, because I've already started to dig it out. Ooh, actually. You know what? I do like that idea better. Let's do that. So they've started this here, but that's okay. We'll dig this spot out over here. Because there's less slime here. And then we can insulate this in as well, which I kind of wanted to do anyway. And we'll use an insulated floor. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Let's make sure you're using the right materials here. Just went with the default. Sandstone. We have igneous rock. It's slow heating. We only have 800 of it, though. I'm going to use granite for the decor. It's not really the best from a thermal perspective, but it'll do all right from a decor perspective. Keep things nice down there if we can manage it. The floor is getting into slime, but it's okay. I put that storage container that's under the water is for slime, so we can quickly tuck it away before it becomes an issue. So generally, the slime lung is really only dangerous when it gets airborne. When it's on the surface, it's not really that big of a deal. Okay, so we did the whatever it was. I just finished researching. I don't remember. Oh yeah, advanced power. Let's go into improved ventilation, maybe. We'll tackle that next. How's our temperatures in here? 24.5. It is getting a little warm down in this area. But we don't really have a mechanism to cool that just yet. Not yet, anyway. Flood incoming. Where's the flood incoming? I don't think so. I think we're good. Oh, right here, you mean. Yeah, you know what? I'll get them to cancel this dig here. We'll let them finish the wall first before they get to the point of doing that. Brittany Sloan White with the $6.99 super chat. Be careful with the wall! One wrong move and you pollute your clean water. We don't need no clean water. They're good. See, they couldn't even dig through there fast enough. A lot of cheering going on in here. It's whistling like crazy. Alright, we'll put some more storage containers in here, because why not? We probably should give them some artwork here, too. Trying to make the decor on this floor a little nicer. Can I put another picture at the end there? Oh, I can. Okay, good. Oh, that's horribly lopsided. What are you gonna do? See, I don't often pay attention to the actual number of tiles I'm building with. I made this a little lopsided. It's not evenly spaced. But That's okay. I don't have OCD. For those of you who do, I'm sorry. Gonna add a bunch of Fox quotes. Uh-oh. So the question, try to use the fish stuff for Paku, but having issues to move from dirt to freshwater. Well, the hardest part with the Paku is catching the fish, right? Because you can't. I think there's... We have your fish feeder, you have your fish release. There must be a way to catch the fish somehow. I haven't even tried. I've typically just grabbed the eggs and then relocated the eggs instead of trying to actually move the fish. So, yeah, to be entirely honest with you, I'm not even sure if you can move the fish directly. It does have a fish release, which should suggest that you probably can. We do actually need to give this guy a job, too. Mr. Chaos Guy, what do you want to do? Oh, we killed off our miner. Uh-oh. All right, so we got Mr. Chaos Guy as a miner now. Sibylline, I think, would be an architect next. Yeah, that works. A couple researchers are doing well. Sous chef, our artist, is doing well. I think, who would be a good choice to move up here? Nah, nobody really. Nobody's got the intelligence skills. General engineering. Ooh, we should do a farmhand, actually. So we'll move either Nick or Mackenzie up to farmhand position. Man, I can't even see. Something about the beta branch when you're trying to, like, work in the skills menu. Not so great. Geez, neither one of them have skill either, but that's okay. Maybe we'll put both of them in here. Nick and Mackenzie can go in here. Researchers are 100%. I'm not going to move them yet because we don't really need to. Same thing with our chef and our art student. Might need to add Joe soon because you'll need him. Well, it depends what kind of volcano that is. I mean, it could be like a slush volcano. CFS is the opposite of OCD. CrypticFox streams. Yep, that's pretty much it. Disable disinfect on the bottom right insulate tile. Bottom right insulate tile? Oh, this one here? We should probably just stop disinfecting the whole thing, but... Let's check out our germs. I assume you mean like bottom left, this one here. Can't disable it until it's actually finished, but I think it's okay. Jess Stewart, $2 super chat. I see Dr. What has yet to regenerate. Is Dr. What hurt? Where's Dr. What? Fullness, eaten, health. There we go. No, they look fine. Nobody's injured. Immune systems are good. Health is good. Sam, $2 super chat. Cartman's mom. My Eric needs more break time. I can't remember her voice. Oh, Eric, you need more break time. All right, let's put, we'll put Cartman down here. Eric Cartman. I want cheesy babes. All right, let's give him, we'll double up on downtime for Cartman. Whoops. He doesn't like to work very much anyway. He needs extra bathroom time also, probably. Actually, just to make sure he actually gets the right bathroom time. We'll give him, like, bonus bedtime. Cartman's got lots of sleep, lots of downtime, lots of bathroom time. He's pretty much going to be the laziest duplicant in the colony. Which somehow fits, right? Alright, let's copy settings over here. CrypticFox is a humble potato that resides in southern Ontario, Canada. He's in UTC -5. Has a lovely family, the wife and 2 daughters. 42, and he's our favorite derp streamer. Thanks, Durgan. Getting all kinds of commands in Nightbot now. Okay. Brute force refinement. Maybe we can get some refined materials. Not really worried about hydroponic tiles just yet, although we'll probably want to get to those. Try to move into bristleberries as soon as possible, maybe this time around. But we do need a good water supply, because we use the water for oxygen, too. Wouldn't want to mess with that too much. Okay, let's throw our gravestone in here, because we've got to deal with that. Let's just plan ahead, shall we? Not to say that there's going to be any casualties in our colony, because there never are. But just in case. Get some statues in here. We'll throw some plants in here. Look at that. It's gonna be all fancy, and then I just realized I didn't make anything out of granite. Drat. Hold on. Igneous rock. Granite, there we go. Try to do what we can to boost the decor. We'll make it all out of granite. Although I don't think it makes a difference with the gravestones. Furniture. Granite for the pictures. Granite for the statues. Granite for the flower pots. Alright, there we go. Plenty of space for lots of dead duplicants. Should rename Cartman's schedule to the... no, we can't call it that. Hold on. Can we rename this schedule? Oh, we can, actually. This schedule is going to be called... Yeah, I want... Cheesy Poofs. Yeah, I want Cheesy Poofs. So it's about limited water. Start on the toilet system and wash system for water, as well as natural gas generators for that extra polluted water. Yeah, you don't... So for the number of duplicates that I end up bringing into the colony, there's no such thing as an infinite water supply. I mean, if we get enough, enough sources of water going, but not from bathrooms and natural gas generators by themselves. Not nearly enough. This bathroom's not really even wide enough for me to expand it too much. I could put probably 3 sinks and 3 toilets in here. But what I'll do is, I think I'll put it down below. Once this is ready... I wanted to do... what do I want to do here? So I wanted to do a bathroom on both sides. So maybe I'll do one up here, and maybe I'll build that one first. That's probably the best way to go. We can destroy the other one in preparation for having it over here. So if we go... The sinks are how wide? They're too wide also. Now, we only really need 1 sink inside the bathroom, but whatever. Plumbing. Alright, so do lavatory. Jeez, this isn't really enough to even do any artwork in here. Okay, I'm gonna just put 1 sink inside the bathroom, and we'll put the rest outside, maybe. Or just do maybe... I'm so indecisive. Yeah, you could do a double floor bathroom. What I wanted to do was put a bathroom on each side of the colony, because I usually put them on one side and then just kind of make it work. But this time I think I'm going to put them on both sides. The only tricky part about that is then cleaning the water becomes a little bit more onerous, because you have to either pipe it all the way across and only use 1 sieve, or end up using 2 sieves, which consumes more power, more sand, etc. All right. I think I'll put like 3 in here. The sinks themselves already give a decor effect. That's not enough room for 3. I was gonna put statues in between that are trying to keep the decor nice. But I do need 3 sinks. If I do that, I can't have a door. I didn't really plan out the size of this very well, did I? Okay. The washroom could be 64 tiles maximum. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 by 4 is 64. So this is the right size to be a full bathroom. But I want it to be pretty, because it's usually ugly. You know what? Maybe I'll intersperse the sinks with it, because they give a decor effect anyway. So we'll go that route, maybe. Make them out of iron ore. Yeah, they give a decor plus 10. There's no real benefit from using iron here, except it's more renewable later on than the copper is. So we'll go this way. Throw a pneumatic door over here. Airflow tiles. There we go. So that'll be our bathroom over there. And then we'll use our little water sieve right underneath it to kind of clean everything up. The water sieve I probably should put closed in behind some doors, because I want to keep the heat away from here. Maybe I'll put it right against the wall. There's no point having it in the middle. There's no real benefit to it. So I'll put it against the wall over here so we can kind of keep the heat trapped away from the farm as much as possible. Latrine's better. Well, that really depends. The trouble with the latrine is that you end up refining the waste into dirt that's at like 70 degrees Celsius. You get these crazy hot chunks of dirt down here. Plus, you constantly have to supply it with dirt, which takes away from your ability to have long-term farming down the road, unless you're producing dirt through some other mechanism. So I think actually regular bathrooms are better. Why not use airflow dials and put the door next to the ladder? I don't know. It's just a funny way I like to space my colony out. There's actually no true benefit behind it. But I do like to have it that way. I'm going to take somebody's advice here. We'll open up all the doors so the duplicants can save that fraction of a moment running around in here. These will all still count as rooms because there is a door. Doesn't matter if it's open or closed. Where are we going to put our break room? Maybe we'll have to. We might have to expand upwards. We'll put it above the living quarters up here, maybe. Oh, Texas Rat, sorry, missed your super chat. Don't forget the oil. Wait, wrong game, my bad. I forget the oil so often in that game. I don't know what it is. I've got, like, mental block for oil. Choose a duplicant. Let me see. Who wants to join our messy, messy colony? I think I caught up pretty much from the last stream. So who would like to join the colony? Who's interested in having a duplicant? We have a couple new people in the blow here. So I guess we could bring in Karma King. Let's see, Loud Sleeper, Squeamish, Noodle Arms. We'll take Frankie here. This could be Karma King. Oops. Welcome to the colony, Karma King. Okay, we need some insulated tile, or insulated pipes rather. Decor plus 10, slow heating. Let's use igneous rock for this if we have the opportunity. It's not really the best layout in here. Alright, we'll split it this way. I don't know that I actually left myself enough room for an overflow actually by putting this thing right against the wall. No, I really didn't. Drat. That's why I put it in the middle of the room more often. All right, well, I'll have to build the overflow up somewhere else here instead. Okay, let's throw the insulated pipe in here though for this. Send that down, and then we can put our liquid bridge in. Oops, what did I do? Hit the wrong button. There we go. Oh, this is really not optimal. Okay, I'll put it in this way, actually. And then we can put in our insulated pipe here. Feed this into here. And we'll have a second one to go off down here where we can run the overflow. Like so. That'll work-ish. TGP with a $2 super chat. My OCD wouldn't be able to cope in there. Yeah, I get that a lot, actually. Flip the sieve around? Oh, yeah, and have the pipe come in this side? Yeah, I guess that could have worked, too. I mean, I think this will work out all right. It keeps most of the pipe inside the wall, too, which is fine, I guess. Let's plan for an upward expansion. How's our oxygen, actually? I haven't looked at that in a while. Air's not bad. It's not really high concentration up top. We'll have to move into an oxygen machine in not too long anyway. And I think maybe I'll just stick it like right up top here, because we can feed it off the water supply that's right here. And then I'll still have room to expand upwards that way too. What dupes are there? Here's our current set of duplicants. We have Eric Cartman, Dr. What, Sun Honey Sage, Lives Alive, Sibylline, Nick Bost, Snoops NZ, Mackenzie, Carter Clark, Crazy Sammy 37, Mr. Chaos Guy, and Karma King. And I'm going to put in a statue here too, because we can. Just enough room for one. Oh, you need a job. All right, let's give you a job, I guess. Let's see. Karma King. What can Karma King do for us? I don't have a gopher right now, so I guess you can be a gopher. It's not exactly your Up your alley from a skill set perspective, but that's okay. These really slow doors I gotta do something about, too. So many things to do. I kind of wish this was a natural gas geyser instead of chlorine. That would have been really handy to have a power supply right there. But I guess we'll just have to make do. Oh, finished research, too. Do more studying of things. Fossil fuels, sensor stuff, medical research, healthcare, liquid tuning. There's radiant liquid pipes. Let's go this way. Might not be able to reach the lower section of pipes. Might need ladders. Yeah, this is actually kind of a weird setup right here. They may have trouble with this. They could reach up 4 tiles, so it's going to be a question of if they can go kitty corner here and then come down here, they should be able to build from outside. So I think it'll be okay. We'll see how it goes. These ones they can build in the floor, so those are fine. Where do I want to have my power center? I think maybe we'll put our power center way down bottom in the CO2. We can put it underneath the water, which will help with insulation and stuff. There's even oxygen down here. Take all this out. Hold on, cancel that. Leave that alive. All right, so I'm gonna put coal-based power down here. The CO2 that it produces will just sit with the lower level CO2 that's down here, and then ultimately we'll end up putting a skimmer up here at some point to take off the CO2 so that it doesn't go above a certain level. Everything else, we can kind of manage it fine, I think. Let's plant some briar seeds. How's our decor doing here? Eek. They haven't cleaned up the floor in there. It's still a little ugly. Have the power center surrounded with insulation. Yeah, I mean that'll work too. I mean in the interim, I won't need to put insulation right away because it's going to be below this pocket of water, and it's already going to be an area that's warmer. So like down here, it's already a little on the hot side. Some of the heat's going to come up this way too, but it'll be all right for now. See the most recent patch? They added some of the rare refined metals for water pumps, aqua tuners, etc. Plus 900 Celsius melting temperature with thermite, for example. Oh, cool. Yeah, no, I didn't look at the patch notes. I did note that there was an update, but I didn't really have a chance to read it. What's ball meal good for? It's it has 2 purposes. You can feed it to the Drecos, and then it's also used for medicine. Ball meal is good for decorating graves. What's the decor value on these things? Decor plus 15. These are Briar Bluffs are plus 26. I mean, I'd rather use the Bluff Briar at plus 26 decor than the Reeds. I mean, they look nice, but the Bluff Briar is actually better from a decor perspective. I mean, the decor kind of has a diminishing return anyway, I guess. Like, when you get it to a certain point, having more of it doesn't make it any better. You'll have heat problems if you do that, though. We're on cycle 130. I don't know, maybe. This is pretty far down here. I generally haven't had too many heat problems with the colony. I mean, I end up with, like, heat creep, where it starts to get around that 30-degree area. But usually I start to introduce cooled oxygen into the colony early enough that something like this isn't going to cause those kinds of heat problems. The bigger issue here will be routing the power if I build it down here, I guess. Because I normally do, a backbone of heavy watt wire and then branch off of it and extend that up into the colony. But one of these is going to actually be underneath the water, and that's not really going to be an option there. Unless I go down and I build tiling underneath this early, which might be an idea. Maybe we'll put, we'll use some iron ore here. And we'll build some tile under here so that I can use this as a defined reservoir. I gotta dig this out here. Nightcore with a super chat, $20. Quick question, is my dupe Mackenzie still alive? Also, hi. Hey, Nightcore, your duplicant is still alive. We've only had 1 death so far. It was very unfortunate. It was a tragic death. And I just undercut my own storage container. That was super smart of me. We had one death. Over here it was Matt Hirsch is the only duplicant that's died so far. I do say so far. We're prepared for a few others with some pre-designed graves there. Let's see. Fossil fuels, natural gas, oil refinery. I'm not ready for plastics. We need oil for that, so that's not a big deal. Smart storage is good for things with the auto sweeper, but we don't have someone who's skilled up enough to do that yet. We'll just click on that. It'll get a whole bunch of things at once, I guess. Ooh, maybe we should go into self-expression and home luxury. Whatever. I'll research that. We got to do it all anyway, and eventually. So many gases. Oh yeah, there's a flatulent duplicant in our colony, and they've been breaking wind. Now, fortunately, it's sitting at that layer between CO2 and oxygen, so it's not really in the way yet. At some point, it will be, but it's sort of a nuisance and a power drain to try to skim it out. So I'm probably not going to bother too much. I think algae's been boosted. You're at cycle 500 with 40 tons left. Wow, that's a fair amount. Maybe smart batteries are better automation of power. Yeah, I'll use the smart batteries with the coal-powered generators so that we're not consuming excess coal when we don't need to. These are actually poorly placed now also, in light of the fact that we're expanding down here. I should actually move the batteries out. We'll put them on the main trunk line, along with a smart battery. And then just branch everything off of that. We do need to break room, so I think I should probably expand upward. How's our oxygen? We're actually getting a fair amount of CO2 down here. Oh man, I totally regret putting this all the way over here now. I think I'm gonna have to build a second one. That's not ideal. Let's get this connected to the grid too while we're at it. That's all finished. Output, inputs, outputs, inputs. That's all good. Okay. So our bathroom's ready to go. Even with that little gap in the ceiling, it still satisfies, so that's good. Do they have tables eaten yet? No, we don't. So there's a few things we need. I don't have a kitchen for them to prepare any food yet. I don't have food storage that's going to be any place that will be resistant to spoiling. I don't have a break room for them. There's a lot of things we haven't done yet. Always undecided whether it's better to have a battery bank before or after a transformer. At least if it's after, the transformer could be powered off too for less heat. Yeah, the hard part is just that then you end up having to have multiple battery banks if you're going to have multiple branches. I guess depending on what's most important for you to maintain, yeah. I don't know. I often put them in both places. It sort of depends on where it is, too. If your batteries are stored way down here, the heat's not really that big of a deal. Because we're going to be insulated against it. Not that this water down here is going to last forever, but I'm not sure if they'll be able to reach this little corner piece. They might not. Ooh, and we also don't have a miner that can dig some of this stone. That sort of stinks. Right, because our miner died. Matt Hirsch was our big miner guy, and he's like totally dead. Good times. Let's see. Lives Alive is maxed out groundskeeping. What about sending them to Gopher? Oh, he's already done it. Okay, what about mining? Nope, can't dig. Okay, that rules that out. Whoop, what the? That was a crazy zoom. Let's put Lives Alive over here. He can learn to be an architect, improve the building skills. Who else is maxed out? Sous chef. Well, you know what? How do you manage to max out his cooking skill when we're not even cooking anything? That really is skill right there. That's impressive. Isolate a room with wheeze warts and a few granite spots to let the cold out of the top and make the room above the refrigerator for food. Yeah, I mean, there's actually a lot of different ways you can tackle food. I usually use CO2. I just make a room that has CO2 in it. And then I never have to worry about the temperature or anything else. It just sort of sits inside the CO2 and never spoils. I used to use vacuum chambers, but those are kind of a pain to do now. We have a little pocket of gas in here. These little pockets of CO2 are kind of a problem. They sort of stifle the garden a bit. I might be better off to knock out tile in the middle and let airflow tile in there so it can drop down. For the sake of 2 plants, it'll stop interfering with the growth of the other plants, maybe. A little bit, anyway. Food shortage. Uh-oh. 9,600 calories. We're going to have to get to the point of actually cooking things soon. More duplicants. Because you can never have enough duplicants in a colony. Let's see. We have a noodle arms. We have another flatulent. Maybe we should double down on the fart power. And it's even named Ari. How convenient is that? All right, we're going to bring in an Ari. We're going to double down on the flatulence. We'll get Brittany in here as Ari. We'll start, maybe if we get enough of them in here farting, we'll actually get enough of a concentration of natural gas down here we can make use of it. Because right now it's kind of wasted. We can throw a carbon skimmer down here. This toilet's fully functional up here now, so we can now destroy this stuff. So stop cleaning it. Just break it all. This will be a small bathroom down here, though. Construct all this, too. Food shortage, now more dupes. Oh, yeah, we're just going to keep bringing in dupes. We're not stopping. Every time this thing lights up, there's another duplicant coming in. It's not going to go well for us, but that's how it's going to be. It's too warm down here. The plants can't grow. Oh, right. You know what? I wanted to create an insulated barrier here, and I completely forgot to do it. Signal switch. Oh, right, because I need a refined metal for it. I was going to create a little vacuum barrier door in here, but no can do. Not for now, anyway. Okay, this is all broken down. We can put our new bathroom in here. So let's go to plumbing. So we'll do lavatory sink, lavatory sink, lavatory sink. Space for a statue. Same size as the other one. Throw a door here. Back to the medicine. You know what? I completely... Oh, no. IR brains. I forgot to hook up water for the other bathroom. They're all going to get up and have nowhere to go. It's going to be a pee storm in here, like, everywhere. That was really dumb. I haven't done that before. First time for everything. All right, let's send... This water is actually a decent temperature, so we can just send it up as regular piped water. No need to insulate. We'll feed it all into here. We will set high priority on this because we're gonna need this quick. And then we're gonna need power for this, of course, as well, because stuff doesn't work very well without it. So priority 7. Ugh. That was a bit of a snafu right there. Polani with a $2 super chat. Water for toilets. Hashtag Cilia bro. Oh, there's the first mess. Oh, they dumped it in the water. This is why we were talking at first at the beginning of the last stream about how I was planning to put the water at the top this time because they tend to pee in it every time. Now, granted, this time was 100% my fault because I forgot to hook up the water. Ooh, they peed in the garden, too. They're stifling all the plants. Honestly, guys, you couldn't hold it for, like, a day? Who needs to pee every day? All right, well, they cleaned it up at least. And it doesn't do that crazy thing where they mop, like, ridiculous quantities of water anymore either, which is good. It's too late, though. We mopped it up, but there's already germs in the water supply. Now, fortunately, the germs are segregated here. Actually, if I built a wall here, I could stop the spread of germs if we can do it quick enough. I don't know if they can reach it, though. If they can build this quick enough, we'll stop the germs from spreading into the other part of the water because they're all contained over here. That way the food or the water that we're taking for food will continue to be supplied. That's unreachable. Arg. Okay. It's going to be a little weird, but we're going to do a little ladder system over to here. That will give them the range they need to build it. Set this for priority 8. We've got so many things on that power grid now for the one little treadmill, too. Can you chlorinate with the water somehow? No, unfortunately you can't. Well, I mean, okay, so technically you can. It's just kind of a pain. So the liquid reservoir, if you take one of these and you set it in a room that's full of chlorine and you pump polluted water that has germs into it into the reservoir, even though the chlorine gas is outside of the reservoir, it kills off the germs really fast. So you can purify water that way. Put in ladders. Ladders where? I mean, different ladders than the ladders already laddered? Food poisoning does not die in clean water. Unfortunately. It's not really propagating, really, though, either. Who made a mess now? Oh, the water's just getting up there. It hasn't reached the toilets yet. Way to pee on the bathroom, guys. Oh, it's everywhere. Good lord. Oh, and I actually have mesh tiles this time, so it flows straight through. Normally I just have airflow tiles in there, but they changed the order of things around a little bit, so you get access to mesh tiles earlier. Hold that. Don't you go through that door. Yeah. I thought not. Clean up the mess first. Let's leave that locked until we get everything cleaned. Oh my gosh. This is what happens when you forget to plumb your bathroom. I don't recommend it. You should fix that. Make it so the chlorine purifies. Well, I mean, like I said, you can do it indirectly. Like, maybe... The trouble is... Chemicals in this game don't commingle, so when you put chlorine, liquid chlorine into water, you end up with liquid chlorine suspended in water. It doesn't, the tiles can never share the same space, so you don't get like a concentration of chlorinated water. You get two different chemicals in the same area. They never overlap. They'll switch places and stuff, but they never occupy the same tile at the same time. Oh my gosh, this is just turning into a nightmare. Where's the stress? Oh, it's only at 7%. That's not that bad. Sorry, duplicate buddies. I totally forgot about the whole water thing, and that's not even working now. What's going on here? The system's backed up. The pump's got power, but it's not moving stuff. There we go. Oh, they're peeing on the floor again. Mop it up. Just mop it up. Yeah, the water wasn't flowing in because it gets confused when there's two different input directions. So we fixed that. We'll deconstruct this. It's going to make a messy water mess, but we've already got that all over the place anyway. So not really a big deal. Plug that in there. Mop all this up. Pretend like nothing happened. They have tons of bottles to empty over here now. That's give somebody a fun job for a while. The unfortunate thing is it also stifled our plants and stuff by having all that stuff in there. Also, we got little bits of polluted oxygen, that off gas. Our power supply was interrupted, so we haven't been producing. Oh, you know what? We needed a second treadmill. More manual generation for now. Change one into a bridge. Yeah, I mean, in the end, I didn't really need a bridge. It has water in here, so when they flush the toilets and use stuff now, it'll cycle around. It's going to flow into here. It'll get cleaned. It'll go back into the cycle. So we're good. It's already all filled up the way we need it to be. And I'll leave it there permanently anyway. This over here, we should probably start skimming some carbon because we've got a lot of it right now. The way I designed this particular colony, I don't have a ton of space. Where's my piping? All right. Output of this, we're going to need a double direction. We're going to have one of them go down to input here. This can come out and up. It will connect with the down line from these. I'm going to need to have a space there for my overflow valve too. So these can all go in. They'll all come out and over the top. Send those down this way. This whole thing can connect into here. We're gonna need a pipe bridge here. Like that. And then our overflow, it's gonna be nasty, but we're gonna go all the way across the colony with it. It's a shame I can't just break out the wall here, I guess. Let's deconstruct this. Create a little gap right here. We can send some... Oh, you know what? What am I doing? I have a storage container. I'll build a storage container. Liquid reservoir. But it will fill up at some point. I'm so indecisive right now. Alright, let's go this route. I'll put a door here. We'll break out this way. And then I'll send my overflow out into this area. Where's my... There it is. Liquid vent. There we go. Messy. But it'll work. Should be able to drop bleach stone into the toilet water like real life. Oh, that'd be interesting. Use the bridge like down and piping. You're not wrong, but I was going to disconnect that anyway because I never use it as a permanent connect. But it's nice to use the bridge to join into the toilet supplies. You can deconstruct the bridge afterwards if it doesn't spill any water. Oh, that's a good idea. Very good idea. Yeah, that's right. I'm determined to trigger the OCD in all of you. Alright, let's throw a door in here. Something to manage our gases, because there's quite a bit in here. There's CO2, we got polluted oxygen. That's a fairly high concentration of polluted O2 in there. That's gonna get a little stinky in our colony. It's not germy air, though, so that's a good thing. So even if it comes in, we can deal with it. Oh my gosh. I need these oxygen systems to work consistently. Having only a single treadmill was not a good idea. There's so much that is going to go wrong that it may go right. Oh yeah, doors. It is, you're right. Let's unlock this. Thanks for the reminder. So they can go finish building that. Did the Germs spread down here? No, they're staying stationary, actually. They're not really moving around. Seems to be alright. I think it'll be okay. And you know what? I'm not even going to bother with this. Save my time and materials. It's not moving anyway. Normally it seems normally it spreads, but maybe we got to it fast enough that we introduced a pretty small number of germs. It's not propagating. But look at all the slime lung down here. Only 8.4 million germs in this little container under the water. It's just a little germy. It's still good. It's still good. If that thing ever isn't underwater, though, we're gonna have a bit of an off-gassing problem. We do need water supply for the new bathroom, so we can send that from over here. This way. Gee, I don't really have a good connection point here. Yes, I do. Oh, jeez. That was a derpy pipe. Okay, hold on. We'll connect the pipe in here. When we get a plumber, I'll wind up emptying most of this pipe, and then we'll use the liquid bridge here, which works in our favor anyway. Always want 3 treadmills when you have a lot of use. To be honest with you, I often will make do with only a single treadmill. Although it does look like they might have, I don't know, it seems almost like they might have altered the power production here, because normally 1 treadmill lasts me for a long time. I very rarely make too many treadmills. Time for an emergency coal generator? Nah, we don't need an emergency one. I think we're okay. Alright, another duplicant. Who do we want to bring in this time? Cerberus, maybe. Alright, so squeamish, pacifist. Let's bring in the pacifist. That's like the negative trait that's not negative in any way. Cerberus, Bloodmorn. Welcome to the colony, Cerberus. That's duplicate number 14. Matt with the super chat. Can I please be the next dupe in? I can't make any promises about the next dupe, but I will get you in the colony. A couple people ahead of you, I think. Dun 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 dun. If it wasn't for sloppy building, we'd have no building at all. Okay, let's try and get the building done out here quickly so we can lock this door and not worry about it anymore. Build, my little minions, build! Zero kilocalories. We got 1,200. I need to make a kitchen. I'm gonna put a temporary one up here. Yeah, it's a really long way for them to run, though. Maybe I'll put it over here. Let's see. Food. Microbe musher. Ugh, the dreaded microbe musher. Ugh. Alright, get through the door. Let's get this set up so nobody goes out there. We don't need food. It's only 14 duplicants. They eat a lot of food. We need food. Okay, I'm gonna have them. You know what? We have so few kilocalories. This. Let's make mush bar for now. It's kind of a waste of resources, but if it keeps them alive until we can set up some other gardening systems to kind of support them, that's probably a good thing. Dead duplicants better than having excess resources and no duplicants. You want to sink at that door? No, I'm going to leave the door locked so they don't go in and out of it. Agriculture. What do I want to research next? HVAC seems like a good option. But I want some of those sensors anyway. Alright, so we do have access to some dust caps. And a little bit of slime, but not a lot of slime. But I could put a dust cap farm like right here. As long as I create a little system here. The trouble is they're going to be digging a lot of slimy stuff. Cerberus with the $5 super chat. Ready to explode. I mean, explore. Also, here's my payment for dupe insurance. Thanks for the super chat, Cerberus. Oh, got another mess here still. Still haven't mopped up all that nastiness. All the troubles we had from Bathroom Gate. I'm getting too many things on this power grid. I don't normally use 2 sieves like this, because I normally make my bathroom on one side of the colony instead of both. Trouble in paradise. Let's throw a little sculpture in here. A little decor. Well, that's not great. These sinks don't really counteract the bathrooms too much. Total gore, minus 22.5. Is there stuff on the floor here? I don't think there is. Anything here that needs sweeping? Nope. It's just going to be an ugly bathroom. That's great. Maybe I should put extra high ceilings and put pictures in or something. Ooh, this is all running. Da-da. Let this get a little bit extra water in it. Oh, I've created a weird bottleneck here. It's gonna take a lot for this to back up because this is a lot of piping going into our carbon scrubber. I think we're probably okay. I'm just gonna deconstruct this. Maybe I should wait for them to flush the toilets once. Come use the toilets. Ah, there we go. Flush the toilets. Get some water movement in here. Little though it is. Then we can deconstruct this. We've got like a double input going right now, which causes all kinds of problems for water movement. There we go. Phew. Until I get more water in this system, this might be a really bad setup. Alright. We have a secondary bathroom, so I think it'll be okay. It's going to take a while for the water to build up there. Until the pipes are really full, it's not really going to work very optimally. Granite tiles for bathroom. What do I have these made out of? Sandstone. Try swapping the tiles out, see if it helps. It also doesn't have a ceiling in here, so that might have some impact. Those are proper rooms. Yeah, I mean, it's some impact, but yeah, it's not really... It's fine, we're getting, like, shifting decor in there. Ooh, it's full of CO2. Man! Doing a horrible job of oxygenating this time. We don't need no stinking air. Yeah, we're gonna put a bridge in here. This is, I want to make sure it prioritizes the water for the toilets. The carbon scrubbing is really kind of a secondary thing. It's not super necessary. It's more of a nice to have. Because for the most part, we can actually manage... No, we made a little mess. For the most part, we can manage CO2 just by... Man, holy cow, I let a lot of water loose. Just by keeping it down to the bottom end of the colony and keeping the oxygen pressure up, but I'm doing a terrible job of that so far. It's one of like the worst oxygen colonies I've had in a while. That's saying something. Let's get an oxygen room started. Ooh. But we do need a miner. Okay, good. Mr. Chaos Guy can move up to proper mining, so he can finally dig out the area below where we can put our power system in. Up top here, we can do our fancy... oxygen setup. All right. So electrolyzer can go in here. Airflow tiles. I'm gonna create one that has like an extra little gap at the top here, which means I don't need this tile here actually. I want to give just a little bit more room than what I've been using for the hydrogen, so hopefully it will kind of stall out a little bit less. Like so. We need ventilation, gas pump in here, gas pump down here. And I'm definitely going to need room for them to work in here, because there's just no room at all right now. Throw a ladder up to here. Actually, all the way up to the top, I guess. And then we'll tell them to mine out everything in here that we haven't told them to deal with. All right, so that'll be our oxygen room. It's right next to the water right here, too. So we have a nice short circuit here that we can use to send the water in. We can have the water pump on the same power production system that we're going to use to power the whole oxygen room. Keep that all condensed together. Actually, if we leave a little... Well, I don't have a cold biome, but if we had a cold biome, I could leave a little extra space in here and put Wheezeworts in to cool the air without having to have like an extra room. But I guess in the absence of that, I'll make do. Initially, I think I'm going to cool the oxygen by sending it through the water over here and then down into the colony. Until we get to a cold biome, and then I can cool it otherwise. Two dupes are layabouts with no jobs. Nobody's got... Oh, you're right. They have no jobs. All right. All right. Lazy slackers. Let's put Brittany in the mining position. We'll put Cerberus and Gopher, I guess. No, actually, let's put Cerberus down here as an engineer. Where'd he go? There he is. Get people focused on operating things. Our groundskeeper we can move up to plumber so they can empty piping out, which would be good. So Carter Clark can move there. We are getting a little bit of food now. They're keeping afloat that way at least. Yeah, the CO2 that's in here right now is bad. The air pressure is not high enough to keep everything compressed down at the bottom. So I've kind of created a bit of a monster at the moment. I'm also just about out of beds, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. No, I have 3 beds left. It's funny, they're not dark the way they normally are. Usually if there's nobody sleeping in a bed, it's dark. More research. Learn things, my little duplicants. Learn things. Not worried about that. Healthcare, meh. Smelting. Fossil fuels. Let's go to agriculture. Maybe we can start getting a bristle blossom farm going. Now the trick with the bristle blossom farm though is it's gotta be a good temperature also. Which pretty much leaves us like this spot here that's an appropriate temperature without doing some kind of like terraforming temperature management kind of business. Not ideal. $26 down here, 27. Bristle Blossom also needs light though, which generates heat, so kind of all kinds of problems with that. Have a good night, Zephyron. Thanks for coming out. Need another person who tidies up the place. Yeah, I mean, the plumber will still do it, but Karma King's maxed out, so we'll put Karma King down here to groundskeeping. Karma King. There you go. Sibylline, we can probably put down here too. Sun Honey Sage, I think we'll put them on Gopher. Since we're not really actively working on too many art projects right now. I need to give them a break room. As we start to bump people up in job levels, we're going to start to run into some morale issues. It's not too bad yet. Because we're kind of treading in that place where we're generating roughly enough morale for the kind of jobs they have. But as they move a little bit higher up, it's going to become more of an issue. So it would be nice to give them a break room. I could put it right here underneath the bathroom. If we throw a door on here... Because we don't really need oxygen in this little space anyway. Then we can put a water cooler in here. This will just be a temporary break room, though. It's not really big enough. And now that I just promoted our artist out of that job, I'm going to go ahead and build some artwork. Hold on. Cancel that. There we go. So that'll get a little break room. It's not much, but it's something. I want to expand that later, because we're going to have a lot of duplicants, so they're going to need room to kind of spread out, do their dancing and all that kind of stuff, once we have power enough to actually run that thing. Shall we ask Fox for his approval? What did I miss? I must have missed something. With auto prioritize enabled the jobs, it does mean, of course, when you swap someone's job, it changes their priorities, so you end up with the other. Yeah, that's true. So they'll focus on doing the other thing before they do that. I mean, they're capable of doing it. They just won't focus on it. Unconstructive, anemic, or biohazardous. Well, isn't that great? Boy, that's a wonderful little selection of duplicants we got this time. Hooray! It's awful. Let's bring in... Gosh, anemic is just like... Slower run speed is no good. You know, we'll go with the non-constructive one. We'll bring in Gossman. This can be Texas Wrath. Print. Carter Clark with the super chat. Good night, two sleepies. Hashtag zzz. Have a night, Carter. Thanks for coming out. Please set directions on the sink. Oh, yeah, we could do that, I guess. I mean, they'll only wash their hands if they're germy anyway. So if they pass by the sink and they don't have germs, they won't wash. It's not really that big a deal. However, it is better to have it set anyway. Just in case. Save a little bit of wash time just in case they happen to go pass over germs. Let's see. Plastics manufacturing, I'm not worried about. Healthcare. Environmental protection. Whatever. We're at that point now where... Oh, man. What have we got going on here? Air pressure. What's the output on these things? $500 grams per second. I'm going to need another one. For now, anyway. I hate to do this, but we'll set up a third one. Build that for me, please. Suffocating. Mr. Chaos Guy, come on. No, okay. Sub priority 9. Dig this out, please. There, go breathe. He's like, I'll keep digging upwards. I'm guaranteed to find air up there. $2 super chat. Cartman's mom. My Eric would make a great lawyer. I don't know what you're talking about. No opportunity for lawsuits here. This is a litigation-free colony. Thank you very much. We don't hold truck with none of your litigation around here. Liquid pump. Because we're going to need liquid for pumping. Down here. It's kind of a weird setup in here. Hold on. Cancel that. They won't really be able to dig past this thing. Alright. I'll just have to move the pump later, I think, because the shape of this is not conducive. Yeah, we'll try it. I don't know that this is going to work. They may not be able to reach that when it gets down to the point of actually digging in here, but we'll see what happens. A little bit of food. Fartner base is messing with your food. Is it the flatulence that's floating in there? No, it's polluted oxygen and CO2. Oh, there's a little bit of natural gas in there. Not much. Most of the natural gas is sitting down this way. At least it was. I kind of skimmed off all the... Yeah, there's a bunch of natural gas down here. There's a little bit of it. But I think it seems to be more CO2 up here because we're not maintaining high enough oxygen pressure. When your colony is not pressurized, it causes all kinds of problems. I really should stop pressurizing up here too, but if you can maintain high oxygen pressure, it does a really good job of sorting gases for you. Absent that, yeah, stuff doesn't move around as nicely as you might like it to. Or a politician, yeah. Carbon's crop dusting. I need my artist back. Who was our art student? It's not Honey Sage. Come back, do more artwork. I took you off the job, and then I and then I turned around and made another art project. Go me. This is a really weird bedroom setup I did. You were gonna put a mesh towel to take care of it. What was I gonna put in a mesh towel to take care of? What now? Oh yeah, in the middle of our thing here. The trouble is, until I get this pressurized, it's not gonna matter. See, what I've ended up with down here is this colony. Wow, this colony is set up really differently than what I normally do. Normally, I have a whole lot more airflow tiles set up, and my colony is set up in a way where there's far fewer things blocking the movement of air. But because I'm not letting the CO2 just drift downwards out of the bedrooms because the farm's right underneath it, which is something I don't normally do, and I can see why I shouldn't anymore. I'm not letting air movement around here very well in general. Let's break out a couple of these. I don't even need to put tiles in. I can just leave a gap there. And then I'm going to put airflow tile in the middle here and let some of the CO2 from up there kind of drop down through the opening. It's not going to be perfect because the air pressure below is actually getting better than what's up high. So it's, this whole thing's really not set up very nicely. Worst airflow colony ever. This side's not bad in terms of like the tiles and stuff, and down here is okay, but this whole thing up here in the middle is just horribly set up for the movement of air. See how it goes. That might help. We shall see. Did you miss anything? Any more dupe deaths? No dupe deaths this time. Not so much this time. Yet. We're ready for them, though. We have lots of space set up. Just in case, you know. Ooh, this is going well up here. Okay, this is where things are going to get tricky, too, because I want to flow the piping through here to cool it off. Our hydrogen generator I'm going to put above this time. So we'll dig this out. Normally I like to do a couple batteries, too. So maybe we'll just try to dig all this out as much as we can. That's not going to work. Hold on. Hold the phone. How tall are the batteries? They're 2 tiles, right? Yeah. Up top here, we're going to need a hydrogen generator. Ooh, I have not harvested gold. Ooh, this is all done down here. Nice. Wait a minute, wait a minute. We can get power. You know how we've always wanted that. Okay, we'll dig this out. This is going to be really gross because I'm going to let all this nasty polluted oxygen in. However, it will give me access to this wonderful gold in here, which we can use for our power systems. And it's not really even... Ooh, it's a little germy. It's a little germy. It'll be fine, I hope. 2 tile wide works great, so different gases don't fight for the same tile. Yeah. I was just trying to limit the amount of, like, reduction in my... I mean, it's already improving. But I was trying to reduce the amount of... reduction in my food supply. As much as possible, anyway. Okay, I want a liquid pump hide node in here. I don't need... We'll just use regular liquid pipe for this. We don't need anything fancy. This can come out of here and into there. Power systems, hydrogen generator. We've got enough to produce this now. Send it right there. This, of course, I want to be plugged in to everything. Down to there. I'm going to skip plugging that in just yet. Actually, it doesn't matter. I don't have any power in the system anyway. Like so, and then we'll plug this in over here. Okay, now the oxygen that comes out of this, though, I do want to cool it. This is going to come out of here hot. So if we send it out this way... Gosh, this is going to be really sloppy. Super sloppy. That's alright, I guess. Put a ladder in here. And this won't work forever, because as we draw down the water supply, obviously it's going to become an issue. What do I want to make this radiant out of? I don't want to use copper, because copper is a limited supply metal. At least until you get to the surface, and then you can just pick it up off the surface, but then it's like crazy hot, too. With great power comes great responsibility. Might need to make the batteries out of gold for the O2 generator also. Remember, they kept breaking in the last colony without gold. Yeah, it did get pretty hot in there. We'll make 2 of them out of gold anyway. The other one's already built, so I don't really feel like rebuilding it. Let's go to our radiant piping again. I have such a limited amount of iron yet, because I haven't really tapped into it. There's a pocket down there, kind of out of reach. There's more gold. You know what? I'll just dig up more gold. We'll use the gold for the radiant piping, because I think that's the metal I'm going to have the easiest access to at the moment. We get a whole bunch of it right down here. I mean, not that we don't have lots of copper up here also, but we are going to run out of copper eventually. So ventilation piping, this will be made out of gold for radiant piping. No, wait, I don't want all that to be radiant. Stop right here with insulated. Okay, and that's going to require probably some flooring, otherwise I'm not going to be able to get across here. There we go. Okay, so that'll be our cooling system for the oxygen that comes out. Again, it's not going to work forever, but until we get to a cold biome, we can get Wheezeworts. That'll work for now. So what'll happen is the air will come out of here. It comes out at like... it generates at like 70 degrees, but it usually cools down. So by the time it flows out, it's usually between 50 and 60 degrees. But running it through here... it'll take on the temperature that the water is by exchanging heat with the water. So by the time it comes out of here, it'll be more like 25 degrees, which is pretty reasonable for in our colony. If you make the radiant out of copper, you can probably harvest it back again when the water runs out. Yeah, that's probably true. Whether there's a better use for mushrooms. Fried mushrooms don't give you a big morale boost. Yeah, you really don't, actually. They provide a really good, consistent food supply when you get them going. But you're right, they don't do much for morale. Realistically, though, like, there's only a couple things that give you a big morale boost later on. I mean, your morale will ultimately... Oh, starving. Who's starving? Oh, they finally went Nate. I mean, your morale boost largely comes from the environment that they're interacting with, the food that they're getting, and then the social interactions with the other duplicants. So, the food it gives is one of the biggest impacts outside of decor. Very copper-looking gold. Yeah. Oh no! Another duplicant. Duplicant number 16. Alright, we have a squeamish, a biohazardous, and bottomless stomach. We don't want the bottomless stomach because we're struggling with food at the moment already anyway, but this one's got diver's lungs, and that's a pretty good trait. So let's take a ruby. We already have a Carter Clark, I believe. The Great Punami, TGP. We're gonna bring a TGP in here. TGP. Print. Aw, Nightbot. Who is making Nightbot abuse themselves? That's so mean. Okay, this fancy oxygen we're pumping in down here, we're going to send down. We're going to have one of them branch out here and the other one over to this side. Oops, that was totally nerfed. Over to here. Throw out some gas vents. It's gonna take them a while to build all that. Busy, busy, busy. Stress levels rising. Oh my gosh, is it 3%? No! It's the worst ever. We have 2 polluted water dumps, right? Yeah, we do, technically. However, the one that's over here... No, it's actually... It is at the point where it's overflowing a little bit now. Mostly because the scrubber's not sitting in CO2, so it's not really working anymore. Oxygen levels rising. I have a really lopsided oxygen production right now, which I don't want. I want to get this shut off. Because you can see we're trapping the CO2 on the left-hand side of the colony now, and over this side it's actually fairly well oxygenated, which isn't great. But it did need sort of emergency oxygen supply. I probably should have taken one of these and put it up top, maybe. But it's okay. The better thing is that they can breathe. Once I get this shut down, then the CO2 will redistribute a little bit better across this bottom floor, particularly if I can cut out in here, which I probably should do. We'll dig this out so the CO2 redistributes a little bit more evenly along the bottom of things. That'll make it better to manage. So many commands. And Durkin's really been feeding a lot of commands into that bot. The poor thing's head's gonna explode. I think I only had maybe 10 or 15 commands in it before. Oh, there's a cold biome. Hooray! We have a cold biome. I mean, obviously we were gonna have one, but we found it. Hooray! We found it. Pocket of oxalate up there. That's polluted water. Guys are the first. Not seeing any others. Cold biome. Volcano. Man, still just the one geyser. That's interesting. Get a little starved for geysers in this colony. Oh, there was a glossy Dreco? Where? I missed it. There it is. Aw, isn't he cute? It's a little baby glossy Dreco. He's hanging out right down by our power supply, too. If we could actually dig through here, we could harvest... When he grows up a little bit. Harvest him for some plastics. That'd be nice. Trouble is if we tame him, then we gotta feed him. Man, look how oxygenated it is down here. I'm not used to having a colony set up in a way where the oxygen doesn't spread around very well. But we're better to feed the air up high anyway, rather than down low. I just didn't want to put the heat-producing oxygen systems up here, which would stifle our garden. It's a tiny baby. Did they bury Matt? Yeah, we buried Matt. We have a grave over here. This is our little graveyard. This, how appropriate, the screaming dupe in the middle. No! This is Matt's grave right here. Poor, poor, sad Matt. Stifled for body temperature. My little briar's not growing too well. Alright, food is going to become a major concern soon. Because we keep adding duplicants in. We're at 16 already. And I'm going to keep going because I'm not very smart. We'll just keep going until there's no more duplicants can go. This will be our next layer for bedrooms and stuff. I think I'll put a proper break room over here, maybe. We'll take this one out. Maybe turn it into like the massage room over here in case I get stressed. Down bottom, we do have access to more gold because we dug that out, so we can actually build our power systems down here now that I meant to do a while ago. But again, I'm so easily distracted. What are you gonna do? We don't have access to smart batteries yet because we don't have any refined metal. Okay. I guess we can make do with regular ones for now. This will be our major trunk line. I'm going to dig out under here. And then we'll send our trunk line up this way. Over on this side, we will put our very first little small power transformer. Like so. Connect this into our power grid. That end of things, and then on this side we're going to do the same thing. Stick a small transformer here, and then we'll run our power up through this mesh tile that I put in here. This is obviously going to be a problem. We're going to need to put a floor underneath it, but that's okay. What did I build the generators out of? I think it was still copper. Oh, was it? I thought I set it for... No, you're right. I thought I set it to gold. Thanks for spotting that. There we go. And we'll put a storage container down here too for coal. We could put this into like an actual power generation room, but that requires refined metal in order to keep up with it, and I'm not really producing any right now, so that's kind of pointless. Dig by the coal gen room can get hydrogen out. Yeah, this here will let some hydrogen in, which actually will let it up to the point where it gets trapped underneath the water. That's okay. 1200. Lots more algae here too, actually. When they dig this plant out, I'll have them put a tile like right in there. So it's gonna let some in, but you know what? Let's save a little bit of hydrogen challenges. I'll just tweak the wire layout a little bit. We'll go like this. It's not like I didn't reinforce all this anyway. I don't really need to keep a particular pocket under there. And then throw our transformer here. That way we just don't let the hydrogen in. We'll deal with it after. So we'll dig here and put squirrel. That's me, Jinx. You're right, they are. Whoops. Hold the phone. I wasn't even looking. I am so smart. SMRT. There we go. Figures I already built this one too. Super observant tonight. We're doing all kinds of things right tonight. If you ever wanted to learn how to do things the incorrect way, just come here and watch this stream. You know what it is? I'm used to having them up topside. It's a silly reason, but I normally put them at the top, and then I feed it down. I don't know why. For whatever reason, when I was thinking the other way around, reversed my own brain flow. Okay, more research can be done, so let's go ahead and look at whatever. Go down to computing, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Nothing we need anyway. Don't forget to finish the floor of the water pool over the coal gens. Yeah, there's that one tile there, but I don't think we can reach it. Yeah, it's unreachable. So it's fine. That double space there should be enough that it's fine. Actually, if I extend the ladder down here by one ladder placement, and up by one, then they'll be able to actually finish. Let a little bit of water in. Clean up on aisle 6. I could almost think about just leaving all the water there to keep the generators cool, but then every time they walk down there, they're going to get the wet feet debuff, which they just don't like very much. Nobody wants a bunch of stressed duplicants. Durgan! How is that thing at a count of only 1? That doesn't seem possible. Computing's way after supercomputing. Yeah, it is. A little funny, isn't it? Oh. Got people's bedrooms all blocked in here. That wasn't so smart of me. They didn't finish this because I didn't tell them to dig that. This room is pretty much ready to go once we supply it with power. And when we finish the piping out here. They finished all this piping. Man. Good building, guys. They're all being efficient and stuff. Why do I not have tiles in here? Wow, this I don't even need at all. Let's deconstruct this. Deconstruct this. Fix our doorways. Deconstruct this. There we go. And another duplicate. Number 17. Duplicant number 17. This could be Matt. Okay, so we have a pacifist, quick learner, interior decorator. Sure, why not? You could be a Marie. This will be Matt. I'm not sure how to pronounce your last name. Is it Sherrier? There we go. Oh, and it's an ugly crier. My favorite duplicants. Hey, Zach, I'm trying to get through all the people that send in super chats first, which I think Matt was the last one. So if there's no other super chats, then yeah, you could be the next duplicant. Matts don't do well in this colony. You're only saying because they're good down there. Ah, you're going to Niagara Falls for geography. That's only about an hour away from where I am right now. Maybe an hour and a half. I guess it depends how fast you drive. Have I started multi-schedules yet? Not too much. I have a couple, but just the 3 of them. Most of the duplicants are on one of 2 schedules, and actually a lot of them are defaulting to this one. Let's set more people down here. I haven't looked at who's a night owl or anything to be able to fix that, but we have these 2 main schedules, and then we have Eric Cartman's on his own schedule called Yeah, I Want Cheesy Poofs. Yeah, Cartman's alive. He's still here. We have 2 duplicants that are flatulent now, actually. We probably do have unemployed dupes because I constantly forget to give them jobs. Oh, yeah, we got 3 of them. 3 bored duplicants. Let's see. TGP, Matt. Yeah, nobody's got any skill in this stuff. All right, let's put all 3 of them in here for now. I'll figure out what to do with them later. There we go. Perfect. Sibylline, $2 super chat. I'm already a dupe, but want to support. Thanks, Sibylline. Appreciate the super chat. Thanks very much. Uh-oh. Temperatures are continuing to rise down here. How's this going? Ooh, they're almost done. We're close to finished up here. Matt Sherrier. Wow, can't believe you got my last name right. Look at that. See that? Even a broken clock gets the time right twice a day. Okay, this system's working. We can set this up for consumable ore. Set this for coal. I'm going to turn one of these off. We definitely don't need two of them running right now. Storage 6, so they'll prefer to store the coal down there. And then up here, I'm going to want to connect this to the power grid, but I only want it to draw power when it needs it. So I'm going to put a little transformer in here. Okay, plug it in right here. Send this wire up to here. And tap it a little closer. Okay. All should be good. Oh, I don't have this plugged in. That might be a necessary evil. Almost finished with our oxygen room. I'm really looking forward to getting these turned off. They're doing a good job of oxygenating, but don't like the temperature they produce. May want to recount my beds. Am I short a bed? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17. 5, 9, 13. I have 17 beds. We have just enough. We're gonna need more, but still let your hydrogen into your generator. What's this now? Did I? Ah, I forgot I told... Darn it. I forgot I told them to dig that tile, and then I never changed my mind. I didn't undo the instructions. Super smart. Genius. Okay. What am I missing here? Oh, you know what? I didn't put... I don't have any automation here, so that's not going to work entirely right. I'm going to go down here where it's already hot. And we'll throw in some refinement. A rock... Oh, there's no room for it. Can fit it over here, I guess. Throw a rock granulator down here. Because we're going to need some refined metals. I want to put some automation in here. I didn't get to put in my my normal little setup. Because I completely forgot about it. Gamer Ty with the $1 super chat. Thanks for the super chat, Gamer Ty. Appreciate the support. Can you make me narcoleptic, dupe? No, we sleep. Need to add more beds after 1 or 2 cycles. Yeah, I'm planning to have another bedroom in here. So right here will be our next level. One, two, three, four. Yeah. Dig this out. Make sure we have airflow tiles for all these wonderful bedroom floors. And then we can just fill this thing up with beds. Because the duplicants aren't stopping in this colony. And let's just cancel all that things I just told them to do because IR is smart. Let's make it out of granite. I want to get the... Oh, I already had stuff for that. Okay, I want to get the best decor benefit we can out of this. This artwork needs to be not here. Also, furniture, cots made out of granite, because that's the most comfortable thing a duplicant can sleep on, of course. Statues made out of granite. Pictures made out of granite. There we go. Room for 4 more duplicants. Hydrogen. So you're automating everything? Well, not everything. Get that... Yeah. I'm not really ready to tap into that Draco down here yet. I haven't done the research yet to be able to do... Oh, look at that. We already got that. I haven't done the research yet to get the shearing station. I guess we'll use gold. Because because it's the thing I have the most of right now. Not that that's going to last long if I keep using it that way. A little more there. It's all hot down here, but it is nicely trapped below everything, which is going to help manage the temperatures. This is all very warm up here. I don't like this at all. Too many heat-producing items in my... What the heck is going on here? Oh, I set up my power grid, then I forgot to separate it, because that's how brilliant I am today. All right, so we have 243... Well, this side over... I can't see what this side over here is. Let's separate it like right here. Alright, hopefully they'll get around to fixing that, because that one thing's not working. That separates the two sides of our power grid. So we've got... Oh man, broken wire down here too. We've got broken wires everywhere. Maybe set those at a high priority to fix. There's my electrical. Okay, that's good. Sam, $2 super chat. Please change the lowest bedroom like the others. Am I messing up with your OCD? There's more beds in here, though. There's 5 beds in this bedroom, not just 4. So it does make a bit of a difference for them. Oh, system's working up here now. Except we broke this. Haha, good job. Excellent work, Cryptic. Hooray! We smashed it. This needs to get turned... Oh my gosh. This whole thing's gonna... Ah. I have a bit of a problem. Okay, priorities. Toggling should be top priority for everybody. Or we could just do it the smart way. Okay, everybody toggle. Good lord. I'm pumping hydrogen into my colony because I forgot to turn this thing off. No, actually, it is oxygen in here so far. Hydrogen up here is going to be a problem, though. This whole system needs to be dealt with. I smashed the heck out of this thing really fast because I didn't have my system set up in here to deal with the pressurized oxygen stuff. This whole thing really can't be on right now. Good times. Turd Taco, enjoy your Oni dreams. Dupe name Taco Tuesday. Thanks for the super chat, Taco. Man, I've made so many mistakes tonight. It's just been like, it's like a comedy of errors. Hey, CrypticFox, been a fan of your vids and streams for a while. I just wanted to say keep up the great work. But could you please lower the super chat sound notification to touch? Can be jarring. Yes. Can actually. As soon as I figure out how to do that. Super chats. Sound volume. Save settings. There we go. Hopefully that'll work. Thanks for the super chat. Well, that was Taco's super chat, but okay, I've lowered it down a bit, so hopefully it'll be a little bit better now. Those are air. Air's good. Messy, but good. This needs to be like. Oh man, gold amalgam. 5.1 tons of gold amalgam. Really? More of that than I thought I did. Okay, let's deconstruct this. We'll rebuild it out of gold. Not that it wasn't built out of gold the first time, but I kind of made a small error. I'm gonna leave it destroyed for now. Well, unless they... Is he fixing it or breaking it? TGP, I can't tell if you're breaking that thing or... No, you should be deconstructing it. Okay, after I get the refined gold, which if anybody's been doing it down bottom here... Oh, they did. They made some. Okay, good. We can make our automation. Throw an Atmos sensor right in here. Once we get that in place, then everything will be fine. This game renders with CPU instead of video card, you believe? I have no idea. I've never checked. Hey, X-Ray Echo. So, Fox, I'm trying to get this game, but my PC is taking a crap of this game only. Any ideas why? Are you playing it on the beta branch, or are you playing just the core part of the game? Because if you're playing on the beta branch, they have extra logging that takes place, which is draws extra on your CPU. If you're not in the beta branch, then I'm not sure why. It also depends on the size of your colony. Like the larger your colony gets, the more it drags on the system. Man, I got... Whoa, what's going on here? I got no power. Okay. Somebody go feed the machine. There we go. You'd have 20 beds instead of 21. OCD hurts. All right, fine. Let's deconstruct these. That means I gotta do artwork and everything. All right. Major reconstruction project. Man, they're really big fans of destroying things. Like, not building as much, but breaking stuff. They're all over that. Okay, artwork. Oh, derpy. There you go. Hooray! Duplicate number 18. This one can be... Somebody had asked earlier, and I said they could have a duplicant. Now I don't remember who it was. Because I have a memory like a sieve. It's funny to scroll back and see all the things that I missed you guys saying. How do I feel about leaving doors open? It makes the duplicates walk through faster. A little bit faster, anyway. The doors open pretty fast, but... I don't remember who I said could have a duplicate, because I have a terrible memory. Kronk, feed the machine. Oh, it was Zach. That's right. Unconstructive, tryptophobia, I mean they can't dig or doodle arms. So no building, no digging, or whatever. You know what? I'd rather go with no building. Because if they get themselves into a bad spot, at least they can dig their way out of it. So this can be Zach. Zach Rhino. Print. Welcome to the colony. As with all duplicates arriving in this colony, there is no guarantee of a successful outcome, and life is in no way assured. Oh, good. This is built. So it's above 700. I want this to turn on, and then we'll set our hydrogen generator up here. Simon Brax with a $2 super chat. Hi, Mr. Fox. When is Turmoil coming? I recorded some more Turmoil the other day. I just haven't had a chance to edit it. It did not go well. I played 3 more seasons and just messed up horribly. Still made a profit, but it was not nearly as good as it could have been. But when I get that edited, I'll get it uploaded. I also... so tomorrow night we're going to be playing... I've been playing clay games all week, and tomorrow night we're going to play some Don't Starve together. And they actually had an announcement come out today about the new DLC that's coming up for Don't Starve called Hamlet. They're starting a beta test for that, a closed beta next week. So I applied for that. I'm really, really hoping we get lucky and manage to get into the closed beta. because it's not going to be that many people, unfortunately, so it'd kind of be hit and miss whether we can get in. But if we do, that'll be fun to stream. I actually got access to a key today for a game called Green Hell, which is a survival game that I'm actually really interested in playing. So that'll be fun to kind of try out. I got a lot of stuff I really want to do now. A lot of things to do and not as much time as I would like to have. I'm kind of debating taking some time off work so I can get more games done. I don't know if that's going to work because I'm kind of doing the job of 2 people right now, and that really kills my time, unfortunately. Okay, this is all going, but this needs to be on now. This is working. And they all went to bed. Of course they did. Did you happen to get into the Discord store closed beta testing? I saw something about that, but I didn't really look into it too much. Any plans to make more Deep Rock Galactic content on YouTube in the near future? Update 18 dropped for that game recently as well. I really should play more Deep Rock Galactic. I played that a bunch when it first came out, and I was playing with my buddy Kazi, and then I got super distracted with a bunch of other games. So here's the challenge. I have, I think, 10 different games that I'm trying to play right now. And consequently not getting a lot of them played. So I really need to try to figure out a schedule that I can do a combination of more videos with the streaming. The harder part I'm finding is getting time to record and edit the videos, particularly when I stream so many nights a week now, and I'm generally streaming between 2 and 4 hours every time I stream. That's been a real battle for me, which unfortunately makes for things more inconsistent for you guys. So I apologize for that, but... Okay, so our oxygen's coming out of here at 27 degrees. I need this to be in the water a little bit longer. 26. Oh, it's coming out at 26, but it must be warming up here. Why are you heating up? 26, 27. It's coming out at 27. That's too warm. A little bit too warm. Okay, so I'm going to set another segment of pipe to go down this way. This is going to take a crazy amount of materials, but I want to make sure this comes out at a reasonable temperature. You should ask a YouTuber named IGP to play. Yeah, the thing is, IGP doesn't know me. So I'm familiar with IGP. He's actually, I've checked out his channel a bunch. He's got a lot of good games, and he's got a ton of videos and stuff too. But there's a whole clique of those guys that play together. So IGP and Blitz and Dragast, a little bit Gray Still Plays, and a couple of others. They're all like this kind of like clique of YouTubers. They all play very similar games. They kind of know each other, and they all kind of play together. But none of them actually know me. So the likelihood of that happening is not good. There's not generally a lot of collaboration on a blind scenario like that, because there's really no incentive for them to play with me. I don't really even need to destroy those. Alright, temperature is now 28 degrees. Got even hotter. Good times. What? 26.5, 27... 28.6. Well, that totally backfired. It got even hotter. What is going on here? What's the temperature of this water? Oh, the water's 27. Oh, man, that water changed temperature fast. Well... Drat. Alright. I mean, 27 degrees is better than nothing. It got even warmer when I added more piping. That's so lame. Sounds like I need to recruit a community editor. Yeah, really, actually. If I was able to play more and have somebody do the editing, that would be really helpful. What about some more Jurassic World Evolution? I enjoy that game. However, it doesn't seem like as many other people do. Those videos are often only getting like 1,000 views. And when I've got a channel with 65,000 subscribers, a video with 1,000 views is a really poor conversion rate. I've been playing Turmoil through because I'm kind of mildly addicted to it, and I kind of want to finish it out. But I've been having a hard time justifying playing more Jurassic World Evolution. I think part of the problem is just that so many people had the game and so many people were putting videos on it, but... Nevertheless, I'm going to call it a wrap for tonight because it is just after midnight. I know we started a few minutes late, but the colony's still alive. Nobody died, and that seems like a good note to finish on. We do have an oxygen system set up here that's now producing air for us and feeding that into our colony, which means I can turn off some of these things, which is good. So we'll save some of that. The temperature of the air coming out of here is unfortunately a little bit on the warm side, but until I get something better for a cooling system... That's just going to have to be the way it is. At least it's not coming out at like 35 degrees. We are dropping it down to like 28. So that's something manageable. We do need to get some more food crops and stuff going. We're going to continue to bring in more duplicants. This colony will probably be played again next Tuesday when we stream. And then I think next Thursday is when the update is going to be part of the core part of the game. And we'll go back to our old colony because we're closer to the space exploration stuff there. And I want to kind of build some rockets. So hopefully when we go back to that game, it'll be running... significantly better than it was. I am still planning to play more Graveyard Keeper, yes. Again, function of time. This week I wanted to play a bunch of clay games, so this is a bit of a different week. I didn't splice in the same kind of variety of games that I might have otherwise. But we'll get some of this stuff taken care of next week. Thanks everyone for the super chats and the support as always. If you don't currently subscribe to the channel, go ahead and click on that subscribe button. I do stream several times a week, and then ideally I get some videos out as well, although it's been, been a little slow going with those lately. Nevertheless, thanks everyone for hanging out for the night. I'm, as always, CrypticFox. I'll see all of you next time.